flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought they guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Oakland Raiders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Carr finds Williams. And he just falls short,
almost got that
down
touchdown.
At the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs.
Oh, nice.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. To throw is Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
On second down now. It's Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
They go play action here on first down.
Oh.
Lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Carr, he's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 65 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Oh, my gosh.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to him every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Are you a Baltimore fan, or are you just using them?
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
My sister is a Baltimore fan,
Jackson
too.
from the shotgun. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty.
Oh, you did?
And it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50
Yeah, Raiders my
right
all-time favorite.
there,
Patriots my second favorite.
He's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18 on first down. It's Ingram. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right.
Oh, wide open.
Score! Touchdown, Baltimore! A
Nice
6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr. Jones has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I was going to just play one game, then go watch it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathon Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going deep.
Wide open.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding
I noticed that his cousin ruined his career.
Try and throw for it. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're thinking.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
I forgot to dive down.
Charles and I return after the break.
Yeah.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to run.
That's the thing about playing online. Sometimes the button's like behind.
As well as we resume play in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's complete to Snead. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown,
nice.
Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away. As a rape. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On first down, Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you. I like that.
We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Now, let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch, and that gives them 8 wins. Actually, having to go 6-2.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Jackson throwing here, complete to Boyle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big...
Oh, no, he lost the football.
My ball.
And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The throw complete here to Williams. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams. An 80-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth.
Crap. Yeah, no.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
I know, you had a good drive going, too.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down to the 35.
We got this.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw.
Oh,
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr now on first down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson options out left. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Jackson, option right. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Jackson options out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And the kick is good.
Nice.
So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.